A few words about young Mr. Lincoln, one of the very special motion pictures. It is on the New York Times' best 1,000 movies ever made list. We have the giant Henry Fonda playing Mr. Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, and we can see the first part, some of the first part of the life of the popular, admired American president. And we can think of recent events, what's happening now with the long cherished democracy, now something of a joke in some ways, due to the man who keeps comparing himself to Lincoln. The very stable genius who has kept over the last 4 years has kept saying, nobody did more than me, except perhaps Lincoln. He thinks of himself the best that is. And he had some we can see this in late night shows, which I watch, Seth Meyers in particular. So then we can see him saying ridiculous, outrageous, unbelievable things, and referring to Lincoln and saying, if he were here, I will introduce him. Honest Abe, come on stage. Making it clear that, in fact, Lincoln was surpassed long ago by this fellow who wouldn't move. He lost the elections, but he's barricading in there, and who knows what he will do. Attacking Iran was presumably on his list yesterday or sometime at the beginning of the week. Anyway, returning. The only thing I can't say I dislike, but I felt a bit uneasy with in this film was the nose. I think they put a nose to make Henry Fonda a prosthetic nose, something on his face to make him look more like young Mr. Lincoln. Although Henry Fonda is also young, well, he had to be. He couldn't play it at the age of, I don't know when he died. He was quite old after owning Golden Pond. Maybe 80. By the way, this actor has a formidable career. 12 Angry Men, classics. On Golden Pond to end with. And I can't remember. I read about him and many others in Who the Hell Is in It? Peter Bogdanovich. And I know he had a conflict in political terms with one of his best friends. He was friend with John Wayne, so that would be one thing. I mean, I hope it is. John Wayne was a conservative, something of a right-wing fundamentalist, it appears. He's shown in some pictures, I'm thinking, Trumbull, as supporting the McCarthy oppression. But anyway, let's return to Mr. Lincoln. Phenomenal individual. It's clear from his young age, honest. Also very amusing. I didn't know this side. Well, I haven't studied really American history. So there you go. Determined, brave. I'm thinking, so there's this particular case which is prominent in the movie. There is a conflict. Two brothers have a fight with a third man, and at the end of it, there's some shock thing during it, and at the end of it, they find the third man dead, killed with a knife. So the two brothers are taken in, but the pressure of the mob is to just hang them, or lynch them. What's the use? We know her mother has seen the scene. People arrived on the spot, and it's the age of Lincoln. They weren't keen on analyzing the DNA, were they? And make sure all is fine and good. So, first of all, Lincoln is a lawyer. He finds a book in a wagon pulled by bulls, by oxen, with the law, and the intelligent man is very keen and thinks this is very important, what is good and what is wrong and what is right. And he will always try to be on the side of the right, and did so much, of course, for America, the world, really, through the abolition of slavery, opposed by the South and hence the Civil War. But we're way before that. So anyway, he studies law and prevents the mob from killing those people, appearing in front of them, more than 100 people in front of him. So it takes courage of a very special sort to do that. And has a plea with them, including jokes. Look, don't take from me my first case. They know him, okay, but still they're very bent on. Physical prowess. Before that, we've seen him cutting wood. He was famously tall and vigorous. Man of the country, man of the woods, originally, apparently. One is thinking of challenging physically, but changes his mind. He had just won some competitions on his strength, cutting wood competitions and something else, I forgot which. So don't take my first case. I'm a new lawyer, and then he also ends with something like, if you will have this case in court, and I will be the lawyer, and so you have high hopes, or something like that, self-deprecating. Since I'm their defendant, you can expect to win. I'm so good at this, that. So anyway, once in court, in a creative, iconoclastic, I would say, manner, at times I was wondering how on earth, but maybe they studied, I'm not sure if this is fiction or happened. He had his legs on the table or things like that during the trial. It's centuries ago, it's small town America, and so maybe it was acceptable, but it seemed a bit unusual. So about the case, what can I say? On the 1 in a billion chance that you watch this and then you're thinking, let me see young Lincoln. I will not say what happens with the case, but it's one of those interesting court dramas that takes place a long time ago and has, furthermore, one of the most impressive historical figures in the world, in the history of the world.